Hello and welcome to the Good, the Brand, the Ugly podcast by Lethal Digital. Today we're talking about creating lead magnets and why you should be giving them away for free. So why are we talking about this? Basically, last week we created our lead magnets, which was basically just free content, which was our content calendar for 2025, which was just jam-packed filled with awesome value. Just Mary done an amazing job on putting this all together and the response has been overwhelming. So it's only been 5 days that we actually put this out there, and it's a free download. And the thing is, we weren't asking for people's name and email. We weren't doing the whole get onto the mailing list and then you'll get an automated email with a download. Now, there's nothing wrong with that approach, but where we're at with what we try and do for our clientele is we focus more on just providing value with no expectation. If you want to join up to a mailing list, if you want to reach out for a free quote, whatever, that's on you. And if you reach out, fantastic, and we're going to be there and we're going to help you as much as we can. But the whole point of putting this out there was to make sure we can provide value and just help as many business owners, social media managers, content creators as possible. So, Mary, if you just want to chat about the content calendar quickly, just on why you thought this was a fantastic idea, as a resource.
Absolutely. So if you have ever managed social media for any business in the entire world, you will know how quickly it is that you run out of ideas just completely for what to post. You're not always stocked with the biggest image libraries, content libraries. There's only so much content that you can create yourself. It can get quite draining to just keep picking up new ideas. So that's one part of it, is that it could be a useful tool for those social media managers who are looking for, okay, it's hat day, let's post a picture of everyone in the team with a hat on. But likewise, something that I have also experienced was trying to think up promos for brands that I've worked on in the past. And sometimes you do feel like you need kind of a reason to run a promo. So it could be something like it is Nurses Day. So you run a promo that is targeted towards nurses or that kind of thing. If you're, a scrubs brand, that kind of thing, you could run a promo for that. In creating this, definitely had e-commerce brands in mind predominantly. However, I do think that pretty much any brand could benefit from this in some way. However, a lot of the content suggestions that we do have on each month are more targeted towards e-commerce brands. So things like if it's International Pink Day, if you're an apparel brand, running a promo on all of your pink items and that kind of thing. A lot of this is just sort of thought starters, so we're not doing your job for you, but we are hopefully giving you a little bit of a leg up with it. But anything we can do to help.
Yeah. So, and the funny thing is, once we put it out there, there's always going to be positive and negative feedback. And this is it just blows my mind with the feedback we've received. Obviously, people are loving the content. They love just free content, free advice, just providing that extra bit of value to our followers. But the negative feedback we've got is from other agencies, other content creators, of just saying, why, it's not really negative, but they're saying you should be charging for this. This is easily a $9.95 resource. And I just think to myself, and one thing I did notice, going back to when we did launch it, I was then retargeted. My Insta was filled with just retargeting of brand Bible downloads, resources, get on a mailing list, or purchase for $9 the exact same thing, content calendar. And I had to ask myself, well, why would you actually sell something like this? Why would you be so transactional on a $9 figure just to get someone on a mailing list and start selling to them the hard sell of sign up to my program, my membership, and just that approach where I look more of the macro of the client relationship, the lifetime value of a client, rather than just quick, if I can get $9 out of you, that's all I want. Let's look at the bigger picture here. And this goes for any industry, business model, whatever your business is and what you do, focus more on how you can provide value with the life and understand who your customer is and the lifetime value they can bring to you, rather than just going for the hard sell. So it was definitely an eye-opener seeing people comment about, oh, you should be charging. Why is this for free? Especially when they're selling basically something for $9, which isn't even at the level of what we've released. Ours is jam-packed of so much value and content that if you haven't downloaded it yet, it's still on our website. Definitely go to lethal.com.au/giveaway. No email required, no name. You just download what you need. And if you got questions, just hit us up. #LethalDigital, whatever you need, we're here for you. If anyone's listening here, how we can help them create a lead magnet for their own business sort of thing. So now going into the whole approach of giving it away for free, that's definitely should be your first step. Don't worry about trying to get people on, to sign up to something. That's only going to be working for you if you have a database or a following of 500,000, a million followers, or even 100,000, 50,000. If you have an engaged community, they're more than likely going to purchase from you instantly because you build that connection with that individual. But if you're a brand new business starting and you're going straight into here's my free guide, here's my free course, and then start providing value, that's going to be a little bit more of an entry level sort of to the nurturing process of what you offer and how you can help them. But if you go straight into the hard sell, here's my $9.95 course, and they have no idea who you are, straight away is off-putting. You're a sleazy car salesman, and no one wants to be sold to. Let's go into the educational avenue and educate them on the benefits and value you can provide for them. So
also by putting lead magnets up for free and getting something like a sign up or a mailing list contact, that in itself is going to be a form of payment, because you can then speak to those people down the line. You're also building trust, you're building a database. Those are valuable things, particularly for an early business. That's why all brands often sign up.
Every startup, small business should be focusing more on getting people on their mailing list and getting them to actually follow them on social media. That engagement, that community is going to outweigh any sort of transaction of $9 initially. It's more about the lifetime community value that you can be providing, your brand awareness. Focus on that rather than a quick sale. When it comes to creating a lead magnet, what you can focus on, and we're just trying to give you as many sort of ideas on how you can create one, focus on what are the pain points. Obviously, you know your business and you should know your clientele. You should have a really deep dive into who they are, what they're struggling with, and how your product or service can help them. So focus on creating a lead magnet that actually provides a solution to their problem. The actual document itself, whether it's a free report, a checklist, whatever it may be, doesn't need to be 30 pages, doesn't need to be 10 pages. If it's only 1 to 2 pages, as long as it's filled with quality content that actually gets to the point and it's just not fluff, it's actually great content that they find valuable and useful, that's all it needs to be. So don't focus too much on, here's my ebook, 30 page, I've put 6 months into this. It better be, if that's what you've done, 6 months worth of content into one document, it better be a fucking awesome document.
Educating your client, and it's less work for you in the long run. So you get on a call with them and they're asking you a million questions about something. Like, you can get most of those questions out of the way in the lead magnet before they're on the phone with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Lead magnets you can offer as well. So there's discounts. If you're an e-commerce brand, 10% off on sign up is a pretty typical one. You could do guides. We have a client who has, who's in the fitness business, and he has a macro calculator, I think a TDEE calculator, which is a hugely successful lead magnet because it's an interactive form and you get your results emailed to you. So the sign up is a natural part of completing the lead magnet. And it's useful information. It's information that people are actively seeking out. It's great for SEO. I think thinking about just different formats, it doesn't necessarily have to be a PDF or a discount. It can be kind of anything that you feel your audience would really find value in.
Yeah, exactly. And also, we can definitely have a bit more of a deep dive in regards to lead magnets and nurturing aspect. And by all means, if you're interested in getting a lead magnet or you want to discuss strategies, just reach out to us and we can obviously chat more about it, because it's one thing to have a lead magnet with a sign-up form, but there needs to be something happening in the background, some sort of nurturing, some sort of engagement of email marketing. So, and that's a whole different ballgame in itself, and we'll chat more about that later on. But I guess another comment I did receive from the actual free resource that was put out there is everyone's like, or some people have said, if you're giving it away for free, your competitors could just repurpose it with their own branding and send it out. And I'm like, well, that says more about them than it does us. If a marketer is out, and let's be honest, everyone's repurposing everything these days. So if someone's out there and takes our content and just adds their logo to it and pretty much word for word, but it's just different branding, that's pretty much, I'll take that as a win, because basically if that's where their mindset's at and that's their sort of tunnel vision of this is all I can do, I can't think outside the box to do it myself, let's just repurpose other content. So yeah.
Imitation is the most sincerest form of flattery. Exactly.
That's what I was looking for. That's sort of yeah. But yeah. So again, if you haven't sort of downloaded the resource, and you need a hand. I mean, let's face it, everyone's struggling with content on social media. What can I post? This resource has everything you need. So make sure you just go to our website, lethal.com.au/giveaway, download it, and do what you like. Again, any questions, just reach out. We're here to help. So anything else you need to chat about lead magnets or anything at this stage, people?
Can I just mention my favorite dates in the calendar so far?
Yeah.
I kind of
What
wanted
stood
to
out for
say
you?
that too.
We've got Margarita Day on the 22nd of Feb,
Very good. Very good.
Prosecco Day on the 13th of August, and World Pasta Day, 25th of October. And not to forget today being World Hat Day.
Yeah, there you go. It's not just the content calendar of highlighting dates. It actually gives you an insight
Yeah.
of when you should start planning for it as well. So that's the biggest thing. Rather than, you realize that content or that day's now approached, it actually leads up to, start planning for it and how you can sort of approach it. So it's definitely
That's
a
what I
jam-packed.
liked about it.
Yeah, there's a lot you can sort of get out of it. So if you haven't downloaded, again, don't worry about name and email. Just download it, do what you will, and reach out. We're here to help. So, alrighty, let's leave it at that. Let's get back to work, people. Thanks so much.
Yay.
Bye.
See ya.